Today we're taking a look at a budget-friendly power station that's been making waves over the past year or so because people say it's just as good as the name brands like EcoFlow or Jackery, but at a fraction of the cost. I've received several comments from you guys asking me to check out this AFERY brand, so AFERY sent me this P310 unit to test out for you guys. My name's Eli, welcome to What's Next. This channel is all about making solar power simple, which is why I love power stations like this AFERY P310. All you have to do is plug a solar panel into the back and you've got unlimited off-grid power from the sun. But I'm getting ahead of myself, we'll come back to solar power later. First, let's just see how this power station performs as a backup for your home whenever your power goes out. As you can see, it has 2 USB-A ports and 4 USB-C ports. So here I'm using the P310 to charge a tablet, a GoPro, and an iPhone, so I'm only using half of the USB ports that I have. Those items, which are completely dead by the way, are only pulling 24 watts. So we've got 5 days of runtime. And of course, once these devices actually fully charge, they're gonna stop pulling as many watts as they are, and our runtime is going to go up even more. So obviously this is more than enough for charging small devices, but what about big items like your refrigerator? If you open this flap on the bottom, you'll see that we have 4 120 volt AC outlets. So here I've plugged my refrigerator into one of those outlets. As you can see, the refrigerator is pulling 88 watts right now, and at 100% charge, we have 1 day of runtime. However, refrigerators actually cycle on and off. So when my fridge stops running, those watts that it's pulling should decrease even more. On average, most refrigerators use about 1,500 watt hours per day. This AFERY P310 has 3,840 watt hours of battery capacity. So if you don't plug anything else in, you should be able to run your fridge for close to 2 days. There's some other factors that go into that, but that's a ballpark estimate. You should get between 1 and 2 days for sure. And if you plug in a solar panel, then that runtime increases even more as the sun charges your battery. There are also 2 expansion ports on the back of the P310 where you can plug in extra expansion batteries that AFERY sells. If you plug in 2 of them, that bumps your battery capacity up to 11,520 watt hours. So to continue our testing, let's power some more stuff. All right, now I'm using all 4 AC outlets. I've still got my refrigerator plugged in, plus my living room TV. I've got a lamp turned on, and I have my whole work from home setup being powered, including my Wi-Fi router and modem. And with all of that plugged in, as you can see, I've got 207 watts going out, and at 99% charge, we've got 14 hours of runtime. Once the power comes back on, you can charge it back up with just a regular old AC wall outlet. It comes with a power cable that plugs right into the back of the P310. And it has this little knob right here on the front that you can rotate to adjust the charging speed, which I actually really like because most power stations, to adjust the charging speed, you have to open up the app, go into the settings, use an annoying little slider. With this thing, you've just got a physical knob that you can turn in half a second. It's so much easier. However, if you do like using apps, this power station does have an app. It shows you the battery charge percentage, the amount of watts you have coming in, how long it's going to take to charge or deplete. You can turn on all of the ports remotely. There's also a light on the back of the unit. You can turn that on remotely. And there's a couple of settings you can tweak. When you're looking at power stations like this, there is another important factor that you need to consider. You need to think about how many watts it can put out. The AFERY P310 can consistently put out 3,600 running watts. So as you can see, I've got my microwave and an air fryer plugged into it right now. And yes, it actually has a little bumper on the back of it. So as far as I know, it's fine to have it oriented this way. Seems like it's made to do that. Makes it a lot easier to plug some things into it like this. But anyways, both the air fryer and the microwave pull a lot of watts. So this is gonna put that 3,600 running watts to the test. Okay, we're at about 3,100 watts. We're at 98% charged. You see at this many watts, we only have 61 minutes remaining. The fan is picking up a lot now. It's really pumping out some air, keeping it nice and cool. It's pretty loud. So far throughout all the testing, I haven't heard the fan at all, but with this many watts, it's working really hard to stay cool. I let the microwave run for 2 minutes and it just finished. The air fryer is still going, so now we're at about 1,600 watts, almost 1,700. We're down to 95% now. It says we've got 2 hours of runtime, and with only 1,600 watts going out, the fan has got really quiet again. I don't hear it at all now. Another thing that pulls a large amount of watts is power tools. I'm gonna see if the AFERY P310 can handle a shop vac, a miter saw, and a table saw all at the same time. All right, it handled all of that, no problem. And I always love doing this test because I know how many people love powering off-grid tool sheds like this with a power station. That's kind of what my channel was built on. So I'm so happy to see that the P310 can handle this sort of stuff. Now let's talk about heat and AC, because that's what everyone always wants to know. Heat and AC pull a lot of watts. So power stations and really any kind of solar setup is not ideal for heat and AC unless you spend a lot of money. But let me show you what you can do with this P310. Out here in my shed, I've got this little 5000 BTU window unit. And now I've got it plugged into the P310, so let's turn it on. As you can see, we're pulling a little over 400 watts, and I expect this to keep climbing. I've seen it get over 500 before, but at 400 watts and 97% charged, we've got 8 hours of runtime currently. And keep in mind that most AC units cycle on and off whenever it reaches a certain temperature, so in reality, it should run for more than 8 hours, and larger AC units are going to pull a lot more watts than this. So you can see power stations are not ideal for like a long-term AC solution during a blackout, but if you're in a pinch and it's really, really hot, you can run a small unit for quite a while. Okay, so my AC unit just reached the temperature I have it set at, and so the cooling element turned off. Now it's just a fan, so it's only pulling 49 watts. And you can see it says we have 1 day of runtime. So how about heat? Well, electric space heaters like this one pull a lot of watts. They chew through batteries very quickly. I've got this little one plugged in now. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, I turned my little space heater on and notice we're up to about 700 watts now, and we've got 5 hours of run time. If I turn the temperature up a little bit and turn the fan up to high, look at that, we're up to 1700 watts now, 1730 looks like was the max, and we only have a runtime of 2 hours. So as you can see, electric space heaters are really not good to run on any sort of battery. So here's what I do during a blackout. If it's hot, I just run fans. They usually only pull like 15, 35 watts, 50 at the max for like a big fan. So you can run those all day long. If it's cold, I use a diesel heater like this one from H-Calorie. It does require electricity, so you have to keep it plugged in, but once it gets up to temperature, it only draws like 20 watts. So again, with a power station like the AFERY P310, you can run this thing all day as long as you have diesel fuel. I'll put a link to this diesel heater in the description. Alright, so now hopefully you're starting to get a pretty good idea of what the AFERY P310 is capable of. But before we wrap up, there's a few more things you might want to know if you're thinking about buying one of these. The P310 has an XT90 solar input port on the back that can handle 2000 watts of solar input or up to 160 volts. I've got a little solar array back here in my backyard that's about 1000 watts and around 110 volts. The AFERY did come with the cable you need to connect solar panels. It's got MC4 connectors on one end that you're going to connect to your solar panels, and an XT90 on the other end that'll plug into the AFERY. So as you can see, we've got about 600 watts of solar coming in now, so it says we're going to be fully charged in 27 minutes. And this is why I love power stations. Solar power literally does not get any easier than this. You don't have to use an array of solar panels like I am. You can set out a folding panel like this or whatever you want to use. All right, a few more things you might want to know. You've got the 30 amp RV plug down there that you've probably already seen in some other shots, as well as a few more DC ports here. I just haven't really mentioned those DC ports because I don't ever use those types of ports, but if that's something you're into, you have those. The battery in this thing is rated to maintain 80% capacity after 4,000 cycles. It also has a 7-year warranty. It has an uninterruptible power supply or UPS feature, which is rated to switch over in 10 milliseconds. So for example, you can have this plugged into the wall and then a computer plugged into this, and if the power goes out, your computer's not going to miss a beat. It's going to switch over to using this battery within 10 milliseconds. Also, they say that you can fast charge this power station using a combination of AC and solar and get from 0 to 80% charged in an hour. However, just for the life of your battery, I don't really recommend doing that. I try to charge my batteries as slow as possible whenever I can. I really don't like to go above like 600 watts of input. I usually leave it at 300. One last thing I want to mention is the handle and wheels makes this thing pretty easy to roll around even though it does weigh about 88 pounds. It's not fun to pick up, but you can pick it up if you have to. So is it as good as name brands like Jackery or EcoFlow? Well, I don't really see any reason to say that it's not not as good as those brands. In fact, spec-wise, it lines up really closely with what they offer, but it's significantly cheaper. So yeah, I agree with what everyone else has been saying. I think this is a great deal, maybe even the best deal on the power station market. If you agree or disagree with me, please let me know why down in the comments. I'd love to hear your opinion on this thing. I had a lot of fun testing it out, and I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe for more videos just like this, and I'll see you in the next one.